Between these iconic hedges, the field where some of college football's greats have called home. Sanford Stadium in Athens, Georgia, where these fans are ready to turn the dogs loose. We have a top 25 clash between two of the best teams in the sport and both hoping to enhance their postseason resume. As we'll see, the number 12 team in the country, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on the winners of 9 straight, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. And they thought about a return, then thought... Bring it out to the 25. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Jackson gonna throw it. Quarterback moving. Slings it downfield. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. And the Sooners will punt it away on 4th down. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Here comes the offense on 1st down. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a 1st down.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the 1st down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
They'll run it from the gun. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
They'll line up for a second down play. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On second down, he'll fire. Buys a little time with his feet. Fires on the move. A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup.
That is a really good-looking throw. And you think about the expectation level now for quarterbacks at Georgia. Matthew Stafford was the #1 pick overall. Stetson Bennett won 2 national championships. Imagine the pressure on this guy. But when you see throws like that, he makes you believe that he can step up and lead this team to yet another natty.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mitt. They put one mitt on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. On second down, looking again to throw. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Touchdown, Georgia! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, Dave. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Paul.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Jackson will throw. Looking to the big tight end. Complete to the left.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Got his man quickly. Gives him a little shake, and he's got some room. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
Really nice job threading the needle on that pass. They've had a lot of dudes that were able to do that in Norman, Oklahoma. Josh Heupel, Jason White, Sam Bradford, Baker Mayfield, Kyler Murray, Jalen Hurts. The names go on and on and on. Hurting you in the passing game with their vision, with their accuracy. This guy, I tell you, he fits right in this Oklahoma offense.
Pulls it in. It's Darnold. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
Great job by the quarterback throwing against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball a wide receiver. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
Dialing up a second down pass play. Caught over the middle. It's Mendoza. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
The Sooners getting set on 1st and 10. Quarterback on the keeper. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The lost yardage leaves him with 2nd and 11.
Just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
They wrestle him down after he picks up 6 inside the 20 and down at the 18. Right back to the well. Able to fight his way ahead for a pickup of 4, but they're still left with a 4th and 2. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Fourth down, and this crowd is making it miserable on this offense. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. Knocked down after a short gain, but enough to move those chains. The Sooners racing to the line in the hurry-up. He wants to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Mendoza. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. On second down, just keeps firing. Looking to the end zone. And that pass is intercepted. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover. And it just turns out to be a missed opportunity. You get the ball in the red zone, and you turn it over.
Momentum, it plays a big role for teams, and especially for offenses. And when you have chances like that, when you're down in this area of the field, you've got to be able to come away with points. Even if it's not going to be a touchdown, you are not leaving this area of the field without putting it.
And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
Hoping to find one that works this time on second down from the 7. They'll put the tight end in motion. He wants to pass it on second down. Setting up the screen. Finds a crease at the 20. All kinds of running room. The 40. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. Well, you talk about getting out of jail free. They changed that field position in a heartbeat, and now they're ready to roll. Wants to throw on first down. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a... He's going to let one fly down the middle. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. Jackson gonna throw it. He's got his man. Oh, the Houdini-like moves get it to the 22. And the Sooners in the hurry-up.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding, I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
He's going to pass on second down. Got a man. The Sooners will have a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Moving out of the pocket. And not much going on downfield. He'll just get rid of it and live to play another down.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
It's complete to the left. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. Well, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. On third and short, they'll try to convert through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. Defense way too anxious there, and they just hand them a first down with a penalty. Contact in the neutral zone leads to that penalty. Good news for the offense. The Sooners line it up with a first and goal. Jackson will throw. He's got it. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. On second down, he's looking downfield. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. You can't hear yourself think on third and goal. The aerial assault continues. Get it out on the screen. And he will score! Touchdown, Oklahoma! On to attempt the try. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Western Kentucky is getting smoked today. This is an eye-opener. It's the type of game that can just demoralize a fan base. They're trailing by 14 to New Mexico State. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something. And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
hoping to find one that works this time on second down from the 7. Looks as if he's going to run it. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Loss of 2. Brings up third down.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Even after that penalty, the defense can still get after them on a 3rd and long. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Gets it out fast. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
Love the coverage and not giving up an inch defensively. Their 3rd down, smothering the receiver. As soon as he caught the ball, down he went. They've got this offense pinned.
Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Georgia lining up to punt it away.
On to punt it away.
Gets off his first one of the day. He was called on 5 times in the victory last week. Catches it at the 30. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Sooners will kick it away to crank up the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the return man's journey is stopped, but there is a flag on the play. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. First down here for the offense. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. He's going to run it. At the 20, he's got space. And he can't hold on to the ball at the end of this big game. And they put it on the deck, but it gets out of bounds to avoid the turnover. And sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, and they were lucky that that ball went out of bounds.
Yeah, they sure were. These ball carriers have got to know that this defense, they play with so much aggression, and they're always trying to get extra hats to the football. You have got to protect this thing at all costs. Lucky that ball rolled out of bounds.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Looking for room. It's Jean-Pierre. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. From the gun. Give on the inside. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Dogs want to move quickly. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
How about the job and recognition by the defense? They knew exactly what they were trying to set up, and they had multiple defenders surrounding that intended target so that there was nowhere for him to go once he caught the ball.
Georgia sends out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. No chance he's taking a knee. Here he comes. Never had a chance. One coverage to get down there and knock him down inside the 10. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels.
Can anyone catch him? He's at the 50, the 30, at the 20. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds. Guys, he's up to 103 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Running play to the left, looking for the end zone here. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Turning to the running game here on 3rd and goal. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
3rd and goal, the offense still trying to run the football here. And how about the individual effort up front by this defender? Getting penetration, now setting up 4th down.
So now on comes the field goal unit. And the holder will spot it on the 14 for a 24-yard attempt. It is perfect. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. He's looking deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Man, if you're going to win games, you have got to hit on the home run type plays, and that was a great opportunity right there. The receiver has got to be able to look that football in and make the catch.
They'll need to convert this third down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. From the gun, wants to pass. Using his feet to buy time. Got him, and nobody's close. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little. Fires toward the end zone. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
Ball still at the 45 after the incompletion. They'll snap it 2nd and 10. Quarterback keeps it. Keeps it and gets the first down. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
Give the offensive line tons of credit on that running play. Just working really well as a unit right now. They're being physical. They're getting a lot of push. And you see guys working up into the second level.
Going for it all. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs.
This quarterback really does a nice job seeing the field and reading coverage. And when you go empty and you spread the defense out, it's easier to see what the defense is doing.
And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. So much for the touchback. Here he comes. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here too, David, a little bit and just start being more aggressive and take some chances, but that's what's going to happen for them to win this game.
Yeah, and when you're losing, obviously everything gets heightened. Everything becomes more critical. This drive is crucial because you've got to cut into this deficit and put some points on the board.
Going back to the well, another deep ball.
Loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The Sooners send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense set on 1st down. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Dances away. At the 40, there he goes. Gets enough for the 1st down, but not sure they'll get another playoff here in the 3rd quarter.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Georgia 21, Oklahoma 10.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the ground with the back. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
After run, now throw. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Georgia. That ought to be enough to make this lead insurmountable, and with it, they'll be a perfect 10-0.
I mean, you talk about calling a pretty good defense you feel good about, and take away the pass, and what does the quarterback do? Pulls it down and just shows the speed, basically becomes a running back, takes it all the way to the house, and makes your defense look sick.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Penn State is currently ahead in this one, but it's been a close one so far today at Happy Valley. They're up by 11 over FIU. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice.
Hit the afterburners, kid. Any way you can in your freshman season at quarterback, and he gets it done on the ground. The Sooners will hustle to the line.
These guys aren't human either. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down.
You know, at this point of the game, guys, trailing the way they are late in the game, check down throws are not going to get it done. You have got to be more aggressive in the passing game, and you're going to have to just start taking shots.
He'll heave it deep. Grabs it at the 25-inch stride. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. A first down run on the doorstep. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of pay dirt. Timeout called by the defense is their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. They'll try it again from the one on 2nd and goal. Snap it to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. They desperately need to get the score here on 3rd and goal to have any kind of wild chance. He caught it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Sooners. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And he doinks it off the left upright. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. quarterback checking off. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Soft spot in the middle. Afterburners coming. The 10. Touchdown Bulldogs. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. That score pushes this out to a comfortable margin, and they are oh so close to a 10-game winning streak. Oh, they want the 2, and the holder tries to throw for it. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. The Sooner offense returns to the field. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Makes a connection. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throwing catch.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts.
He's going to fire deep. And it falls incomplete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there.
You know, it's one thing to take shots early in a game when the defense may not be expecting it, but at this point, 4th quarter, you're trailing by a lot. They know you're going to do it, and the defense was expecting that one. Great job in the back end.
Connection to the right. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. And the best thing about this, the offense can't worry about the scoreboard. Just keep trying to make plays like that, Jesse.
I know a lot of people in the stadium probably feel like this game is over. Maybe it's been over for a while, Reese, but don't tell that to this quarterback and his teammates. They're still out there scrapping and clawing.
Some heat on that completion. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got
a shot toward the end zone. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. It's 3rd down now. They ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. He wants to throw it again. Picked off. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business. 90 yards in front of them as they start the drive at their own 10. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. They'll throw it on first down. Looking to take a shot. Makes the catch down the right side. And he's running in the open. Touchdown, Dogs! And the route is on. The lead grows, and you can sense they know how important wins are this late here in Week 11.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They have got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still...
They fake it, goes to the tight end. He's going to be stopped short of the goal line. The 2-point attempt is no good as they are unable to extend the lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone and he's knocked down at the 10. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing
fires into traffic. It's picked off. Trying to take it back. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Georgia! They stretched this lead here in the fourth, and now they're closing in on their 9th win of the season.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
He's not going to make it. Stop short of the goal line, and they are unable to extend this lead any further. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. On the move from inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week, for the rest of this season, so we don't let one bad game turn into 2.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch game film, but they may want to skip this one. I mean, because it may hurt their confidence. They just need to turn the page and get ready for the next opponent and forget this day ever happened.
On the run, still looking. Feeling the heat as he lets it go. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running.
That's a first down for the offense.
To the air on first down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Got some room to run. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Keep up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the 4th quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
Off the play fake on first down. He's moving out of the pocket. Slides away. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Quarterback will audible. On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection. Whoa, does he turn that loose down the middle. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. What a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Unleashes one. On target over the middle. Timeout called by the offense. 23 seconds remaining in the game.
Well, this offense has just been dialing up explosive play after explosive play. That's a big part of why they have a huge lead at this point. Even in the 4th quarter with that lead, they are still taking shots. They are still being aggressive. Pedal to the metal.
He's looking to throw it. Fires to the wideout. Got his man. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down. Georgia comes quickly to the line.
It's another first down.
He'll come out throwing on 1st down. He'll take a shot. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. And with that turnover, we come to the close of this game. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them, an absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All three phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.